But in the selection, Beauvoir points out that women have always, with exception, been subordinate to men. So Beauvoir claimed that women are subordinates to men, that women are subordinates to men. And because the woman difference have this dependency to the man. So, according to Simon de Beauvoir, what is a woman? Woman is a womb. But in speaking of certain women, connoisseurs declare that they are not women, although they are equipped with uterus like the rest. All agree in recognizing the fact that females exist in the human species. So, Simon de Beauvoir emphasized that that woman exists in human species, but not given the equality of the man existence. That human man only exists, he is the subordinate. That's why Simon de Beauvoir said, my idea is that all of us, men as well as women, should be regarded as human beings because Simon de Beauvoir believes in what she experienced, especially now in our modern world. Women declare are others. Women not are not regarded as human beings. But Simon de Beauvoir emphasized that women also, as exist in human species, must also regarded as human beings. The female is a female by virtue of a certain lack of qualities. That's why women and men should be considered as equals. Human being, this is human being should equal should be equal. So our world, there should be equality with gender equality, as I can say, gender equality with man and woman, because Simon de Beauvoir emphasized the equality, the need to man to understand that woman also exists, that man need also to understand that woman exists. Because woman, according to Simon de Beauvoir, woman exists in human species, but it does not determine, or the man that does not regard woman as human beings. So Simon de Beauvoir in the point is that she wants to have this equality, this I can say gender equality in the world, that there should be equality with man and woman because the two sexes are exist in this human species. So the the woman, the female, is a female by virtue of a certain lack of qualities. As Aristotle said, we should regard the female nature as afflicted with natural defectiveness. And for Saint Thomas, for his part, pronounced woman to be an imperfect man, an incidental being. And this is symbolized in Genesis, where Eve is depicted as made from what called supernumerary bone of Adam. So we know from the Genesis, so let's go back to the image in the Genesis, that woman from the creation was from the rib bone of Adam. So man has now become dependent, that man is higher than woman, that woman become now dependent to man. So the category of according to to her, the body of man makes sense in itself quite apart from that of woman. whereas the latter seems wanting insignificance by itself. Man can think of himself without a woman. She cannot think of herself without man, and she is simply what man decrees. Thus she is called the sex, by which is meant that she appears essentially to be the male asexual being. For him she is absolute sex. Knowledge is defined and differentiate with reference to man, and not he with reference to her. She is the incidental, the essential, as opposed to the essential. The man becomes now the subject. He is the absolute, while the woman is the other. That's why the other, the third sex of Simon de Beauvoir defines woman as the second sex. So now Simon de Beauvoir said that woman has always been man's defendant. Women are defendant to man. Women are defendant to men. So in a sense that a woman cannot live without a woman. You cannot define a woman without a man. So this is the Simon's de Beauvoir said like an inequality. It seems that in a sense that Simon de Beauvoir is jealous to the definition that man is an absolute, that man is everything, but woman defined as the other slave because woman is dependent to man. So Simon de Beauvoir said and emphasized that the importance of of equality or the importance of quality of the equality in the society, in the world, in the human being. And this is what the philosophical text, the philosophical works of Simon de Beauvoir in her philosophical works, the second sex wants to point out that woman or man, the world, should also should also what I mean should also uh, understand that woman exists, that there should be equality. We know in our world there is always a man controlling the world. The women are left behind, and there is gender inequality. That Simon de Beauvoir wants to have this equality among human beings because women are also a human being. She exists in human species, and in the world that women's have the right or human rights are women's right. So in a sense, human species, human being. So has woman also have the being, has the right to exist, has the right to do for their own, to define their own. That human, because they are exist in human species, so they too are human species. So human beings. So there is the power. There's the human that woman's power. They have the power. So what the point of Simon de Beauvoir in his philosophical work, the third sex or the second sex I mean is that what is that to have an equality. The goal, or what I mean, the goal of the second sex of Simon de Beauvoir is to move beyond in the concrete means is that uh, first is that women need to act as authentic subjects, choosing their own histories. So this is what Simon de Beauvoir wants to point out is that to have equality, to have that the woman should act authentic, to have authentic subjects because man is the subject. So also women should also be a subject, choosing their own histories. And second is that society must be changed to make this possible. So Simon de Viva is urging the world, the society, that the subject, that the quality, the equality should be changed, and equality to quality to equality should be changed, and it make only possible by the acceptance of the society. And this is what Simon de Viva, to have equality in the society. That's all, Father, and thank you so much.